All right, here is some of your first run wheel from the Bromley Slalom.
That's a bummer. A little hollow.
All right, did a good job. Some good parts of that, some things to work on. Overall impression watching that is a little bit of rotation going on upper body. We got to keep our zipper down the hill and more square down the hill. We need to carve the top of the turn, and we're pressuring below. So, all right, let's take a look at it slower. You come through here, and like I was just mentioning, pressure below. So your turn shape is more like a letter J. You come in and go straight, 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 and then it's all, your turn is mostly below. Pressure's below, turn is below. We're looking to really turn above the gate. So we're looking to intersect rise line with our skis pointing out and away from the hill. So rise line, imaginary line drawn up the hill. We're looking to intersect it with our skis kind of pointing out that way so we can arc, carve the top of the turn, and bring turn shape back. Have direction down as we pass the gate. I know it's hard. The hardest thing is to carve that top of the turn. Number two, we just got to be a little quicker in that transition, a quicker and more definitive pole plant, and get forward so we're ready for that next turn. Obviously, you weren't really ready, so you're going wide. Hairpins, we want to make sure we're cross-blocking the exit on any combinations, flushes, hairpins, and we haven't worked a lot on that yet. So, not anything to worry about, but just so you know, for a good, strong exit, we got to be cross-blocking, the exit or those two poles right there. Obviously, you weren't really near them, so you didn't have to touch them at all because you only clear things that are in your way. But here, you reached over, kind of leaned in. Your skiing is a little bit two-footed. Got some weight on the inside ski. You can kind of see, here how you get a little scissoring going on. That's because, as you can kind of see, all of a sudden, you get weight on the inside, so it starts to hook and turn, and it's turning faster than the outside ski. So, a little split there. You did move some weight to the outside ski to get it back in line. That's a pretty good job there. Getting to that outside ski. It's just a little bit late. So we're kind of two-footed. We've got to really think about skiing outside ski to outside ski. And we got to get zipper down the hill. Because what happens here is by rotating like that, your hip kind of goes now this way, flattens out the skis. So got to be a little more square down the hill. You can see how you rotate and the hip goes to the outside, skis flatten, and we skid the top of the turn. I know we've been talking about this also. Really got to narrow the stance a bit. I know it's sometimes in this run it's on a narrower and in a good stance, but it's not consistent. So I know we've just mentioned a lot of things, and we can't work on them all at once, but. So we want to narrow the stance a bit. We want to try to keep our zipper and up down the hill, as we call it, meaning a little more square. We want to try to roll up the skis at the top of the turn and stand on the outside ski and see if we can carve that top of the turn a bit. Turn above the gate. Give yourself a little more room above in the rise line. We've mentioned that many times, and it would allow you to carve better the top of the turn. So. I know we just said a lot. We'll talk about it this weekend and try to work on one or two things at a time. But you made some great improvement this year, Will. Looking for more speed. Proud of how you've come along this year.